Mhm. Let me see if there are other coming. Yes. Mm. So, is it your first time here on TNT, Marcio? Or it is the first time with me?
Yes, the first time with you.
That's good. And could you present yourself, say a little bit, how
Okay,
did
my
you
name is.
discover TNT and why are you here?
I don't know. I believe that I see something about the TALKNTALK in Twitter. I believe that more than 1 year ago, one and a half, I believe. And I start, but I stop, and now I am here again.
That's good. And say a little bit about you. Where are you
Well,
from?
my
What
name is
do you
Marcio.
work with?
I'm from São Paulo, but I live here in Guarulhos, near the airport. I work with IT, and nowadays I work at home. I
That's
am
really good.
53 years old.
That's good. Thanks, Marcio. And Herbert, are you here again?
Yes.
Could you introduce yourself to Marcio? I don't know if he knows you already.
I'm Herbert. I'm 27 years old. I live in São Paulo and I work in financial department, a consultant company. Here in TNT since last year. And my goals here is to develop my speaking skills. So I try to participate in the class to improve the skills.
It's really good. Thanks, Herbert. And then let me present myself. My name is Wellington, but you guys can call me Well. I am 28. I have been here on TNT for 3 years now, and as a host for 2 years and a half. I'm currently living in Rio de Janeiro, but I was born in Salvador. I work in financial and planning too, just like Herbert, but in a fintech. And I have been studying English before because I was preparing myself to apply in a consultant process, but then I just changed the path that I would like to follow. And it's still important studying English to this. And besides this, I like to travel. So I wanted to travel abroad a lot. And I guess studying English will help. Did you guys saw the topic before on the planner? About
No.
addiction. Yeah. Today we are gonna talk about addiction. Let me send here all the questions. It was too long to I sent just by ons. I brought this topic because I guess it's really important to rediscuss. Not and on this case, I would like to discuss more about non-drugs related addictions, because there are a lot of types of addiction, and I guess we focus a lot on drugs, and there are some that is still having issues on our lives, and it is worth it discuss it. And Victoria, welcome.
Hello,
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm great. What about you?
I'm great too. Could you introduce yourself for the guys here? And I
Okay.
don't know, can you see the questions of the chat?
No, I can't see.
I will send it again.
Okay. So, okay, now I can see it. And I am Victoria. I am 25 years old. I live in Rio. I'm a nurse. And I spend my time here in TalkTalk because I really love it. Like, it's funny and I can practice my English. So it's two things that I love it.
That's really good. It's good to have you here. Let me start with Márcio. Could you read the first question and answer it, Márcio, please? You are muted. Yeah.
How would you define addiction from your personal perspective, and how has it affected our life or the lives of those around you? It may be a pleasure at first, but the addicted, I believe that has no control. And how this is affecting, I believe that the addicts affect the not only the addict, the person, but the other person around the family, friends sometimes. That's it.
I agree with you. And how about you, Victoria?
Okay. Like, oh my God, it's so hard because I live with one person who was addicted. So it's hard. Like, you can control yourself. It's like Marcia said before. It's really hard because the person wants to, but they can't control. And sometimes the other person thinks, oh my God, the other person don't really want to, but it's hard, There is a lot of phases and it's complicated, and it is not being addicted. It's like when you turn addicted, you probably have other mental problems. So it's a big snowball. So yeah, it's hard a definition. It's like it's like Mark said before, it's like you can control yourself and can control your mind even if you want to, but it's really hard and it affects other lives, like the people around, because the other people want the better for the person, but we can't do anything. We just can, okay, I'm here with you and I'm here with you, need some help, and if I can help you in some way, just let me know. But sometimes the other person don't know how to being helped, so it's really hard. I don't have a real definition, but it's like change the life of the person and the life of the person is around this person.
Got it. And you, Herbert, what's your answer for that?
I think addiction that is a dependence of something. It's difficult to stop with this dependency. Like they call it legs sets. The colleague said talk, talks about the difficult to control the problems, the mental health, mental problems. So you are dependent on something like a drug or drink or cell phone, any kind of something that's pressure that can uh, affect your life, your physical health too. And it's not so easy to turn off this addiction is not easy.
Got it. And could you read the question number 2 and answer, Herbert?
Okay. Let's see. What are some non-drugs related addictions that you believe people commonly overlook or underestimate in terms of their impact? I think cell phone, use the cell phone. I think we or it's because we it creates a dependence on cell phone. We do everything with cell phone. I think specific foods depends on foods. It's not drug, depend on foods, not drug. But some foods are addicted, and we create a dependency of type of food, like a chocolate, for example. We eat a lot that the moment you don't have a control, you eat every time, every minute, and so dependence of foods. When you're addicted of specific food, you can you need to be alert. So think this.
Yeah, you brought good ones. And you, Marcio?
I believe that the problem no related with drugs. I believe that the food. I know some people that they can't eat sugar, but sometimes broke the road and eat the sugar. But I believe that there are another. I don't know if this is I can say that is addicted, but when they have a people that the I don't know how to say carência in English, but the people that the disease within the extreme, uh, these people don't care but another person because I believe that this person put him always in the first.
First place, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah,
I believe that is a problem.
yeah, it is true. Yeah, I don't know if you wanted to say it's loneliness. I thought at first, but by your definition, I'm not sure. But good point you brought. I didn't thought about this when I was writing and thinking on the topic. And you, Victoria?
I totally agree with Marcia. Like there's a name for it. It's like codependence. Like, yeah, there is a
Oh,
place for this person. Yeah,
this is a name for this.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like NA, AA, there is code. There is a place for people who love too much. Like there is a oh my god, this person, only this person, and you have like a dependence, addiction for one person. Yeah, there is a place for it. It's strange. It is strange, but it's addiction.
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I didn't thought it existed, you know. Think is
Nobody
culture.
knows.
We learn a
But
lot
it's
here.
cool. Like it's really cool because there they just teach, not teach because there isn't a teacher, but they teach how you can manage it or how is your uh oh my god, healthy relationship, and it's better for everyone and nobody knows. But yeah, sometimes we get addicted not to drugs but for people.
Yeah. And you said about treatment and things at all. Do you guys think that when a person is addicted to anything um, and they don't want to be treated, how uh, how should we act? you know, should we put this person in treatment? Should we talk? What is the best or is the way that we could manage this situation? Yeah, I know it's a difficult question. I don't know the answer to. I just like to ask, you know. I will start with Marcio. How do you think, Marcio, that we can manage this, deal with this situation?
Uh, I don't know, but I believe that the first step, the people that they accept that they have a problem, they need your help. I don't know if I understand your question.
Yeah, you understood. For your answer,
Okay.
I know that you understood. I think this is the person accept, and that is one way that someone around can help this person to understand and accept.
Yeah, repeat, please. Excuse me.
You got it? Like,
No, I
if
don't. No.
how could we help a person that don't accept that have a problem in addiction? What could we do for this person to he understand and accept that have a problem?
Oh, I believe that you need to ask for help for a specialist because it's difficult for you if you don't know what you need to do. If I believe that you can't help these people. You need a specialist, the people that have experience with this problem.
Yeah, you're totally right. And you have it. What do you think? That there are some ways to help going to a specialist is the best and the only one. What do you think?
I think go to a specialist, maybe a doctor. I think it depends of each addiction. I go to a doctor or psychiatrist. I don't know. Maybe to a professional that can try to help in this situation, or create create a plan to reduce these addictions. Like if you don't want to hire a professional, you can and want to make by yourself, you can make a plan of reducing the addiction. Maybe like oh, use drug. For example, if a person smoke 20 cigarettes per day, you can try to reduce, but not good great scale, but all spokes. Like next week you smoke 18, and in 2 weeks you smoke 14, and like the progressive. For me, is I think is a plan to reducing progressively the addiction.
Okay. And to close this one, Victoria.
Okay, there's a lot of things that we can do. Like there is NA, AA, psychologists, psychiatrists, nurses, and I don't know, like there is the clinics, and you can just talk to the person and trying to put something in their mind, like, okay, like let's try it. And there is people that you put in your house to take care of the person. There is a lot of ways, but it's dependent on the drug that the people are using, the situation that people are passing through. There is a lot of things, little things in their situation, but yeah, it's hard. It's hard for us that is not passing through this situation, like not the addiction person, but yes, there is some things that we can do. These are some of them.
Great. And could you read the question number 4 and answer it?
Okay. How has modern technology, particularly internet addiction, become a prevalent problem in today's society? And what are the potential consequences of excessive internet use? Oh my God. It is strange to say that, but there is a lot of teenagers in the clinics of rehab because of internet. Like, it's strange because we only think about rehab for drugs, but there is for internet. But okay. So I believe it's really strange because it's depend of what you're looking for in the internet. Like, if you use it in a good way, it's okay, but nowadays there is a lot of bad things that you can just put in your PC, and it's not really good. Like, it isn't good for us like an adult, and the kids can access too. So there are people being more angry, people not being their selves, and getting crazy. I don't like it, but say it, but it's like getting crazy and don't do it right, like passing the life through their eyes and don't really living. And it's awful, like the way they're acting is changing, the way the people are thinking is changing. When you do everything in in too much, like when you do something too much, it's worse. So the internet, it isn't different.
Totally. And you, Herbert, what do you think about internet addiction and the consequence of the excessive use?
Uh, inter that's complicated because internet we we are addicted because we depend on the internet for most of things during your day. But the addictions can cause some problems in specific internet, like the vision, for example, like when you use internet in a cell phone a lot in excess, maybe it can affect your vision, like
Yeah,
when you're exposed of the light of the cell phone. So it's a consequence of the addiction of this internet. Um, think is that is there are maybe others probably headache too, the consequent vision and maybe headache. I think is that I can see it, the consequence of the addiction of the internet because we it depends on the internet.
got it with you.
Uh, I believe that the person isolate himself in a virtual world that he, for these people is a real world. It's not a virtual world. And another thing that happened, a Wellington caiu. Caiu?
I don't know. I will discontinue.
Ok, continue. É, But another thing that I see what happened, the people is that they live in the internet world, that they think that the internet is a world without rules. Don't care what a law or a consequence that you do in this virtual world. That's it.
Guys, can you listen me now? Yeah. My
Yeah.
internet just gone, and I was in despair, but now I am using my cell phone to use here. Okay. Okay, let me see. Who was, I guess Marcio was answering the question, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, I was listening. Please keep going. Sorry for that, guys.
I finished my answer.
You already answered? Okay.
Yeah. But I try repeat that thing. I believe that these people, the person isolated himself in a virtual world, but for him is a real world. Another problem for me is that the people think that in the internet without the rules or law, for example, don't care about the just, for example. This, for me, is another problem.
Yeah, totally. And when Marcio said about these no rules and the virtual world, how do you guys see these? You know, do you separate the virtual from the real world? Do you think that nowadays is an extension? And Herbert also said about this, that we almost everything on our lives we do with internet. Yeah. How do you see these disappear of this barrier? You know, what do you guys think about this? And how should people relate it to that? I would like to hear Master that he was saying about these no rules. Why do you think those kind of things happen?
Well, when the people not comply, but for example, enter your profile in the social media and put some information that is wrong information about you. But nowadays say a fake, for example. Uh, I think that is prohibited, no? But for these people, is a normal situation in internet.
I got it. And for you, Herbert, how do you see these, you know, no rules and those things, that these uh different words, you know, to you, how is this connection of internet and real world?
Internet and what?
How do you see this connection of internet and real world, you know, and the rules that doesn't have or should have an internet?
I think on the internet, specific and worlds, I think there are some distance in some aspects of real world and internet. For example, people that like when you see on social media that people are always happy, have the best life, but in the real world, they have problems. They sometimes sad, more sad than happy. So Is there are some distance in some aspects on the real world and on the internet. Like on the medias, for example, we have a lot of news that's not say the reality, say the opposite. And think this about this relation, we need to take care about what we are consuming on the internet.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And for you, Victoria,
I believe it's sometimes hard. Like, I totally agree with Herbert. There is a lot of fake news or fake life is the internet, but I am this person who spend a lot of time on the internet. Like, I'd rather be in my cell phone than just interacting like in person with another person. Like if I have doctors or something like that, I would like it to do it online. Or if I have friends, I would like to just texting the person. I don't like too much to go out, so I spend a lot of time on internet. So being like, oh my God, the real life and the virtual life is difficult for me. Like, but sometimes you have to know what is true, what isn't, like what is fake, because if you're too much in the internet, you can get illness. Like, of course, you can get ill because there, as Herbert said, there is a lot of fake life is fake news, fake everything. So it's really hard.
yeah. Something that you say, and it is in common with Herbert says about cell phone, and internet that we use a lot of these. Uh, can you guys imagine yourselves without cell phone on internet? Have you ever had this experience, like recently? Not before internet and cell phones, because we had this time when we were kids or youngsters. But nowadays, have you ever lost your cell phone or passed an entire day or an entire week without internet in a remote place? And how it was this experience? How did you feel? Would you like to share it? To start sharing?
Yeah. It would be awful. Like my life is my cell phone. Really, like if I have to turn off my light, it's my cell phone. If I have to open the door of my house, it's my cell phone. If I have to pay something on the street, my credit card is my cell phone. If I have to say with someone, like it's my cell phone. Oh my life is my cell phone. I don't know how to live without it. Without it, like it's really strange because I don't burn with my cell phone, but now he's part of me. And I can imagine losing my cell phone. If I lost my cell phone, I can't get out. I don't like to get out, but I can't do it. And I can't pay my bills. I can't do anything. Like I can't be here on Talk and Talk without my cell phone or without internet. Like it's strange. I can imagine myself without internet or without my cell phone.
Didn't you have any day without internet recently? Like you lost? Yeah, you're a
No
lucky girl.
way. No way.
You're a lucky girl. And how about you, Habits?
It's very difficult to because we created a dependence on the internet that I commented before, and not just related with addicted, but we need internet for many things. So for them to be here on TNT, you need to be connected on the internet. Um, to read, to access, to access the app, sometimes you need most of the apps you need through internet. So it's very it's complicated nowadays to be without internet. I'm certain you are traveling. Like you not necessarily need internet when you are taking photos, for example. You just want to enjoy the place and take photos. Uh, you go to a new place, but in some situations, but internet's our lives is like without energy, electrical energy, water. We have a dependence on the internet.
Yeah, I agree with you. And how about you, Marcio? What is your perception and the experiences that you had?
I believe that nowadays everyone need a internet or a cell phone. For example, my mom finds some receipt on YouTube. My father have a meet with your friends using the cell phone. And I use in my job, for example, and it's very strange. You stop and think about the moment that without cell phone or internet. Well, Herbert, you talk about the travel, but when I travel, I ask for information internet from the place, for example. I need
Yeah,
internet and
Google
cell phone.
reviews.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally. And you're saying about this, how it's for you guys, like when you travel, do you search a lot about things on internet? Do you believe on things that are on internet? How do we know that is true? How are normally the tools and the techniques that you guys use to like filter the information about a place that you want to go, reviews and news? How is it?
Nowadays I follow some channels in the YouTube. You have a walking tour in YouTube. The people, it's a walking tour, and this place for me this works. You can see the places before when you go.
It's really good. I
It's a
never
new
thought about
information.
this.
Yeah. Huh?
I never thought about this. Normally I use Google Maps and I put
You have some.
on the street and walk to
You
see.
have walking tour about the São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, London, Paris, Rome, a lot of the place. The people earn your money, record the streets on the city.
It's interesting. I never thought about it. Yeah, really interesting. And you, Victoria, how do you prevent and use filter disinformation on the internet?
Okay, so it's interesting because my first meeting with you, Wellington, I was traveling
Yeah,
and yeah, I wasn't in Brazil and I was too nervous and I was okay. I went to skating, like my inline skate, and I just put it on Google, like a place to skate, and just okay, I will take an Uber and I'll go. I don't see before the place or I don't see in the YouTube. I just don't search about the place, and okay, I will go, and I'm just lost in another country, in another city, in another place without telling Portuguese. and oh my God, it was awful. Now I just know, okay, I will search it YouTube or something like that. Don't just go because there is a place on Google, because I just stay in a neighborhood that doesn't have a place to skating. Was a ghost town. It was so freaky. It was awful. Like, so nowadays I just search a lot. I just search on Instagram, on Google, but on my first time it was like traumatic. I just in a place that I don't know where I was.
Yeah, we need to be careful about this and do just like Marcel did, see walking tours, reviews, some videos. I guess it's really good and it's
Yeah.
really helpful nowadays. Internet has brought some good things to us, even though we use a lot. You know, there are good things on this,
Yeah,
and
I
if
learned it in
you're
the
our
worst way.
parents, yeah. That is not the best way. People on YouTube that are watching it, please don't
Don't do
repeat
it.
it. Yeah, search before. Do like Marcio, is the best way. And Marcio said something really good too, like about our parents that uses internet too. In a scale that is not the same as us use because it's difficult to them, but they still using, and they before had problems and issues with that and have just learned. I remember the time that when I was a kid, my mom said, "Don't believe the things that you see on TV." And nowadays, she believe on things that she receive messages on WhatsApp, you know, or she sees on YouTube. But it's okay. She's learning. It's like a kid now, a kid on the internet and a adult in real life. And for your habits, uh, let me went back for the question. Do you search on things on internet? How is your relation? Do you believe on things? Do you search more, or just do you like Victoria put on Google Maps and go? It's a place.
Uh, for a travel or to go to location, use Google Maps. For I use Google Maps. When I don't know the place, I put the destination local and put a place and try to go by the way that's the Google Maps are giving. Is since the bus, if I need to go to a by subway, if I need to go by walk, how much time, what is the way that I need to go. So I use maps.
Got it. And guys, now I give this a break to we think and relax. I would like to ask: have you ever had an addiction to something? I can start saying about this. I already was addicted to games. I'm really I don't know, a really bad player. And why I say that, I get so addicted until I become like the top one or the top three. I will be playing until I become one of the best on the things. So I'm really bad at playing things online or that have hunks because I want to be on top, and I already was addicted to, my gosh, to card plays, and I remember I was like a kid, I was 11, and my colleagues, my siblings, not my, it's not my siblings, I forgot the name in English. My cousins. Yeah, they were like older than me, and I played with them cards, and I was addicted that I went in through the night playing, even though I have to study in the morning on next day. And I don't remember how I stopped it. Maybe my mom complained with me, and because of this, I stopped it. But I really have problems with games. I really get addicted to any game. When I have to read something, I also read in a row. Watching series, I watch one after the other. So I normally avoid. I remember I was talking to some friends that once I just searched for a series with one season and episodes with in maximum 30 minutes, because more than that I wouldn't control myself. So I could close things and see the end without expecting and having to read something after, or watching a lot of videos and losing time sometimes. Yeah. And how is it for you guys? Have you ever been addicted to something like this? And how did you got out of this? I'm thinking. Let me see. Habit, have you ever been addicted to something?
Yeah. Yes, I have. Think self internet. I think apenas. Um, but I was give another example. A game when some there's a so when I play a game on mobile, some have a is a game that I of football like as I as you that I played. It's cool game. It's a cool game that I like to play. But you sometimes I get addicted for a time, so I play, and it's difficult to turn off the game. So when I s- started to get addicted on the game, I delete the game.
Yeah. Do you have this auto control to notice that when you are getting addicted, or someone like say something to you to play?
No, it's a game that I play by myself. So this is a specific game that when download and start to play, I get addicted. So I try to exclude. Instagram, I think I need a person that spends a lot of time on Instagram. Even I for no reason, just passing the time. There's sometimes I use Instagram, but sometimes I pass a lot of time. So it's a little addiction too. And sometimes not, oh, I need to do this, but it's an habit. Since that you need some don't have content, but I use sometimes a lot.
Yeah, I got it. The important is have this conscience about the things. And you, Victoria, do you have an addiction
Some years ago,
that you
I
could
was
have?
addicted to video game, like one specific game, because it was online and I spent days and days, and oh my God, it was awful. But nowadays it's okay. But nowadays I am addicted to person, like to people, like I said before, like my book. So it's awful because you're addicted to a person and the other person has a life too. So you're, oh my God, the other person, I would do everything for this person, but you can't do, like, oh, it's awful. But nowadays it's okay. Like, it's more controlled. It's more in my hands, and yeah, but it's awful. Don't do it, guys. Just being yourself, it's better.
Got it. Thanks for the advice, Victoria. And you, Márcio, what it was your addiction?
I don't know, but nowadays I watch reels. I see one after another sometimes and send for my friends.
Yeah, I do this too. Oh my gosh, I have a friend that sent a lot of them. Like it isn't 7 a.m. yet, and when I get on Instagram, there are a row of videos, like more than 10. And last week I was waking up really early, and I was seeing she's sending, and I was, oh my God, the first thing that you do in your day is sending us reels. That it's impossible because it is 6 a.m. and you started to sending these. Are you
I
everything
think
okay with
the
you?
people need to share.
Yeah. And sometimes she shares reels about people sending a lot of reels to friends. Yeah, but it's good. There was a research of Oxford that say that sending memes to your friends and reels, it's a proof of that you care about them and their mental health, and you want to share things that makes you happy to make them happy too. So the message is keep sending, they will like it. Yeah, but it's a really an modern addiction. And guys, we are running out of time, and I sent here the survey to guys give me feedback about the topic, about the connection of TNT, and things that you want to see here, topics that I can brought to we discuss at this night. I went back to bring topics that are more deeper and different. Sometimes I bring light topics because I don't know, I guess Monday at this time is a good way to reflect about things. It's before we go sleep and it's the beginning of the week, so we can discuss with our friends or think more and reflect about this on the week. uh, I do it, and hearing the opinion and the answers of you guys, it's a really good way to we understand others, I guess, to we learn about some topics and some things. It's really good to have others' opinions, and here in TNT we can do this and also practice English. So it's, I guess, is the best way that we can do it, and we will improve to deal with a real conversation because we'll be like these, topics that are not on books normally and are more related to our lives and our daily routines. And I guess this is so. I hope you guys have a good night, and I hope to see you next week. Okay, guys? And be
Bye bye.
careful with the addictions.